So I think I'm going to go to Ankita now. And I think I have the same question, Ankita, for you in terms of your experience, the person's personality, the industry that they work in. How do have you amalgamated the two for the person so that they feel seen, they feel appreciated enough to not have invisible employee syndrome?
Yeah. So I think a large part of, firstly, just starting with anything is to acknowledge that there are going to be people from all walks of life, and you know um, having that sense of understanding that not everybody is coming from a homogeneous background. There are electric people. There are going to be people who'd like to come with different opinions. I think the one of the things that we do beautifully is that create sort of, not everybody is very comfortable going out and talking in large public platforms, right? If you're a personality type which is very introverted, you may want to have smaller comfortable groups. So creating those sort of affinity groups is very important, and that's what we've done, because all of us have certain likes that we associate with. We enjoy doing certain things, and once you're able to break that barrier, you can start a conversation, and that's where it starts flowing, right? You have people who are joining organizations or employees which are extremely young, and their aspirations are very, very different. They do not want to continue working probably in a similar role for the next 5 years and become specialists, but would like to get a sort of round robin of everything. So then you need to also kind of create an environment and platform for doing that. One of the things that you do is create very, very clear, if possible, cultural paths, or give people clarity that, hey, the limiting factor isn't really about your personality type, but the output that you're going to give, or there is this opportunity that is available. Here are the key skill sets that we probably need you to acquire, and then they can move on. So what I'm trying to get at is that the clearer that we get in terms of what the expectation that the organization has, easier it becomes for employees to come out of their shells and really have a conversation about their aspirations and what they like and what they prefer. A great way of doing this is also anonymously, and I'm drifting a little bit away. You could introduce a policy and think it's working well for you, but a lot of times people who are inhibited and feel like, hey, how am I going to get judged? Not because the culture is not welcoming, no, not at all, but we have our own inhibitions. We've had our own childhood trauma. We've probably brought up in a certain environment where we were told that it's better to be quiet than to kind of be so outward with our emotions. And for such things, when you have like a platform which is slightly more safer, where they can voice out their opinions, again, that's when you're giving them opportunity to feel heard, and they no longer become invisible. So I think that's my take in terms of some of the things that I think we do in our organizations by creating these affinity groups, and also creating opportunities where people can reach out anonymously, and giving extremely clear directions in terms of what is the expectation for you to elevate and move to next roles.
Thank you so much, Ankita. And I think that was a very rich share